No, we're here because you guys called us here
Exactly.
to go and arrest him, and we don't have any right now.
No, we called
charges.
Okay. Did he not admit to you that he was talking to a girl? And did he not admit that he did send these messages?
Do you understand? But you understand that we can't just take an admission and just go take him to jail?
The reason why we're here is because he's talking to kids, but you don't care to look at this. You don't care to look at the evidence. Why'd you come up with me with all this attitude?
You're the one who put yourself in this position to have this whole problem. That's
I put myself in this position to have this whole problem when he reached out first to a minor.
Big shout out to Grandma at Flex Your Freedoms for sharing this video right here. This is the cherry on the top of the claim that there can be no such thing as a good cop or a good sheriff or a good deputy. This right here is Sheriff Grady Judd, one of the most no-nonsense sheriffs in the country, and yet one of his deputies let a child PRED, that's this guy on the left, go without investigating. The guy on the right here is Demarcus Cousins. He has this channel. I don't even know how to pronounce that right here, but I want to show you what Demarcus says, and I want to show you the interaction between a Polk County Sheriff's deputy and Demarcus, who single-handedly caught this guy in the act of being a predator on little people. Bottom line is Demarcus did all the footwork, nabbed the criminal, and handed the criminal over to the deputy, and the deputy let him go. Well, Demarcus wasn't having this, and he's not going down without a fight, so he's going to expose Sheriff Grady Judd. And this is what everybody should be doing. We should put these officers, these sheriffs, these police chiefs, and these deputies on blast. Check this out.
I had made a more lighthearted version of this video, but a couple people in the comment section let me know what type of man Mr. Sheriff Grady Judd really is. And so now I'm going to be going a lot harder in this one. It wasn't on my bingo card to be beefing with one of the largest police counties, Sheriff Grady Judd. You guys definitely have seen him before. Here's a popular clip of him.
And the bigger they are, typically the more corrupt they are and the more they have to hide within their department.
I got their drip. I got their body. We got their guns. We got their dope.
But here we are today. So if you guys don't know what's going on, back in around early October, we had done what we usually do, done an investigation where we had caught a predator. And that predator admitted everything to the officers. But then when Sergeant Knapp came on scene, he decided to escalate the situation, resulting into a culmination of him just dropping the hard R.
But you're going about this whole thing wrong, dude.
Nigga, you just fucking told me when I was standing right here, you said,
call me a nigga now?
No, whoa!
That's exactly what you just said.
I did not.
What he said is that you called him a nigger. No. And he repeated it. He said, are you calling me a nigger?
Negative. Nigga. God.
What's the difference?
Now, we posted that segment on Instagram, TikTok, all the social medias, and it went completely viral. And then we just recently dropped the full context version here on YouTube. And out of all of this, when we first dropped it on social media, Mr. Grady Judd, he never wanted to reply. He never wanted to say anything. All they did was just turn off their comment section on all their videos.
And that's typical. That's what we see. Disabled comments across the board. And stay tuned because we are going to watch that segment of that interaction with the deputy.
But now that we dropped the full context on YouTube, they finally decided to respond. And instead of responding on their social media page, where they literally post every single day doing morning briefings, they decided to just drop a random comment on my YouTube video and lie and claim that I deleted their previous comments of them trying to clear the air.
And that's not even the worst part of this post. We will go over this and hit on the pertinent parts, so you got to stay tuned for that.
Which I never did, but luckily I saw this comment and we're going to be making a video about it today. But before we continue, I want to talk about the man that Grady Judd is. There's a new case that's happening and coming out right now where a woman is suing not only the Polk County Sheriff's Office, but also the Polk County Sheriff, Grady Judd, because when she was a young girl, she was being victimized and abused by her stepfather. Now, the Polk County Investigation Unit did a lousy job investigating it, and they claimed that she made a false police report. So they not only returned her to her abuser, but they also made her write an apology letter to said man. Now, with her being back with her abuser, of course, because these dudes never learn, the man continued abusing her. And it wasn't until she had to sadly get video documentation of the abuse. It wasn't until she turned that into Sheriff Grady Judd and the Polk County Sheriff's Office. It wasn't until then they finally charged the man, and he is now convicted for that abuse of her, and she is rightfully suing this police department.
According to a federal lawsuit, her great uncle and adoptive father, Henry Cadle, sexually abused her between the ages of 9 and 13. The first time Cadle reported the crime to the Polk County Sheriff's Office, she was not believed, instead charged with giving false information to a law enforcement officer.
Law enforcement, the whole goal is safety and protection. And in this case, it was the antithesis of that.
When she was assaulted again, Taylor Cadle took pictures and video, which led to Henry Cadle's arrest and conviction. Taylor Cadle's charges were dropped. Now, she is suing members of the sheriff's office on several counts, including malicious prosecution and failure to train, supervise, and discipline.
I feel some sort of relief to fight for what I believe in and what I think is right.
In response to the lawsuit, a spokesperson for the Polk County Sheriff's Office called it frivolous, saying, quote, "In this case, our deputies did an extensive investigation and made deliberate and rational decisions based upon the information and evidence we had at the time." Now, that statement went on to say the Sheriff's Office looks forward to, quote, "vigorously defending against these baseless and fabricated allegations." The two named deputies in the lawsuit are still employed at the Sheriff's Office as a detective and as a lieutenant. Josh?
Now, I say all that to turn it around to come to today, because we have an individual who invited a very, very young girl over to his house. And Mr. Grady Judd is doing the same thing he did in previous times. He has completely failed the community of Polk County, not holding his officers accountable, but also, and more grievously, letting a predator stay amongst the people of Polk County.
And that's typical for law enforcement agencies across the country. Maybe sometime for PR purposes, they'll actually apprehend the criminal, but typically what their MO is criminalizing the innocent and freeing the actual criminals.
We posted the video of what Sergeant Knapp said all the way back in October 17th on social media, but there was no reply from the Polk County Sheriff's Office. I guess, the heat wasn't hot enough. So finally, when we dropped the full context video on YouTube, Grady Judd finally decided to reply. But instead of, condemning what his officer said and promising to bring this predator to justice, he decides to double down. In a statement he made on his personal YouTube channel, Sheriff Grady Judd says, "You hit the comment we posted telling the truth on your first inflammatory video." That video he's referring to is me posting what his sheriffs said on camera. And the funny thing about it is, I would tell them, hey, if you want to put out there, what your officer said, drop the body cam footage. But for one of the biggest police agencies in America, for some reason, they do not have body cameras. And, obviously, when you catch them on video saying stuff like this, since they don't have body cameras, they know they're safe. But they thought I was just a lowly YouTuber with only 12 subscribers.
Here, I'm going to record. I'm going to go live.
12 followers?
12 million.
Do you know who our sheriff is?
Do I know who your sheriff is? And do you know how bad you guys are going to look for not doing anything about a child predator?
Are you recording video right now?
But now that they're figuring out that we have 12 million total subscribers, they're changing their tune a whole lot. As long as you're getting the attention and money you're seeking, that's what matters to you. No, Mr. Grady Judd, what matters to me is you guys doing a thorough investigation and actually charging a predator. But since your guys' track record is horrendous and you guys would rather people write an apology letter and then actually turn in the video of them being abused, I guess we don't meet the criteria for this being a crime in your jurisdiction.
And let's just actually show you what this deputy said. This guy on the right here is the predator's dad, and here's the deputy in question. Check this out.
No, that, but we're going to give them all this information that we have. We have to.
That's fine. But you don't, I'm just saying, you don't take the law in your own hands.
I never did, sir.
In essence, what he's wanting to do is basically embarrass your family and all that stuff. You want to just go back up to the house and we'll take care of it, okay?
Wait, why are you putting words in my mouth?
You need to back up.
Here, Vito, don't worry about it. Put the camera down. It's fine. Here, Prime. Just, Prime, don't, yeah, it's not worth it.
So where's all these messages that you sent him?
Oh, yeah.
They're on this device right here?
Huh?
You sent them all the messages
No,
on
I
the
didn't.
device right here?
No, sir, no, sir.
Okay. Well, we need the device it was all sent from.
You need the device that it was all sent from? I mean,
What communication have you had with him?
I mean, did you guys get his his tablet?
What communications do you have with him?
Oh, here, I'll show you right here.
But see, here's the issue.
What's
okay?
the issue?
The rules of evidence. This is admissible.
Okay.
It's all here.
So we have a case here that got prosecuted with a Disney employee in here in Polk County. He got arrested, and not only did he get charged with the possession of his, but he also got charged with the chat logs, which was sent over to a detective's email.
Who was the detective?
So having seen the chat logs on Demarcus' cousin's phone, he has at least reasonable, articulable suspicion that a crime has been committed. So based on that, they can go apprehend this guy. They can call a judge. They can get a warrant. They can get this guy off the street so he doesn't endanger other little people.
I can figure that out for you, but I can give you the case number and stuff and show you him still in jail. This was 2 weeks ago. I understand you might have a feel away about me thinking that I'm trying to, in your words, ruin and embarrass their family, but your officer here read through the entire chat logs, which is why I would assume that is why you're here right now. So
no, we're here because you guys called us here
exactly.
to go and arrest him. And we don't have any right now.
No, we called. Okay. Did he not admit to you that he was talking to your girl? And did he not admit that he did send these messages?
You understand that we can't just take an admission and just go take him to jail?
Okay. That's why you talk to one person?
So you have a...
They will take you to jail because they say you're suspicious. He got an admission from the predator that he was preying on a child and he didn't do anything about it. Nothing.
With our detective who works these cases. Okay, why do you not contact that detective and say, hey, I have another case that needs to be investigated properly so that we don't run into this issue?
Well, I'm asking you guys.
You're in person. You're in like.
What are you saying? You said I'm in person?
There's a gate at the entrance.
Yeah, and there's security. So how do you think we got in?
That's private property.
We literally, the security let us in.
I understand.
So can we move past that?
Private property.
Okay, well, are we being kicked out?
If they don't want to be recorded, they're on private property.
Why the fuck do we hear about that when we're talking about him talking to kids? We're talking about kids. The whole reason why we're out here, Vito, put that down, because the reason why we're here is because he's talking to kids, but you don't care to look at this. You don't care to look at the evidence. Your officer behind you.
already sent it to him.
So wait, then why do you come over here? Where's this evidence that you have? If you say,
I love that he's got code with his cameraman when he tells the cameraman, hey, put the camera down. The cameraman absolutely will not put the camera down and will not stop recording. I love that.
I need to know if it's on this device or if it's on a different device.
Okay, so why you come up with me with all this attitude?
You're the one who put yourself in this position to have this whole problem. That's why.
I put myself in this position to have this whole problem when he reached out first to a minor. So I put myself in this position. Why are you putting this energy to somebody trying to report a crime instead of the person that was actually talking to a minor?
Because if you wanted to report a crime,
yes, sir. Okay.
You would have contacted our detective and you would have gone through. So
you guys can investigate?
So we can investigate the whole thing as is necessary by the state and the prosecution. I can't testify. Nobody can testify.
You're lying.
To the origin of those messages, where they come from.
Do you not have enough probable cause to take his laptop or where he sent these messages from?
Right now?
Yes, he does. Yes, he absolutely does.
No.
Why not?
Because I don't know where the messages came from. This is the issue of the evidence. We can secure everything from the beginning, okay, so that we know where it came from. We can establish.
Okay. Do you want to look at the evidence?
There's no desire on the part of this deputy who represents the Polk County Sheriff's Department to stop any kind of child predation.
Addresses, we can obtain search warrants for it at that point. But if I walk up to the house and they tell me kick rocks, I can't do shit about it. Well, I can't get a search warrant right now.
How long have you been here?
11 years.
No, how long have you been here since this went down?
I've been here long enough to know what's going on.
So why have you been doing shit to get the info? Have you talked to him?
Yeah, I talked to him.
What did he tell you?
He told you that y'all came up here and want to talk to him.
And what did he say? Did he say he was talking to a girl?
He said he sent some messages talking to a girl.
Did he say how old she was? Did you ask how old she was?
No, because
so did he not get all the probable cause? So you understand what's going on?
No, you cannot just walk up to a person.
Yes, you can. We do this all the time.
Okay, can I finish a statement?
No, because you're wrong.
All right then, you guys need to get your car and leave.
Okay, what's your name and badge number?
Sergeant Knapp with the Sheriff's Office. Get in your car and leave. This is private property. You don't need to be here.
You can't kick me out. Unless they're gonna kick me out, you can't kick me out of shit.
You've already told you to leave multiple times.
They didn't tell me to leave. They told me not to post them. So don't lie. You just fucking got here.
Get in your car and leave.
You can't kick me out of something I haven't been kicked out of. We went through the procedure to go through the gate. Well, you gonna call them and be like, hey, you wanna kick him out? Are you gonna do anything about this crime, officer?
Yeah, it's getting documented. All your information, you guys are here and what happened.
Okay, I haven't got an email to send this evidence to yet. I haven't got a case number yet. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do it the right procedure.
Then go to the academy and get yourself.
You don't have to do that. Okay, hey, do you want me to show you all? Do you want me to show you all of my convictions and arrests?
These guys are serving this guy's house.
Yo, Alex, Sergeant.
And that is Sergeant Knapp from the Polk County Sheriff's Department.
But I just find it hilarious that you're over here saying that I'm over here craving the attention and money when you're the same man who gets on social media at your old age over here just gloating and just reveling in the attention that you're getting.
You see, we got you gold. We put your tail in the county jail. Think about that, brothers.
Under Sheriff Judd's direction, our agency has put more predators away in the last year than most law enforcement agencies do in 10 years. Well, bravo, Mr. Judd, bravo. I am very happy that your agency is able to put away so many predators. I mean, it's not like you guys literally turned away a grieving girl that was trying to report her own stepfather abusing her. You turned her away and she had to get further abused and then obtain video evidence for you to then prosecute said man. I mean,
protecting the abusers and criminalizing the victims and abusing the victims.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are doing a great job. You guys are doing such a great job that the predator that we caught is still out at large within the community. So I guess, you know, you want to keep the same formula you did for that last case, and you got to wait for him to actually do something to a little girl and get some video. Oh, and she also has to get video documentation of it. Then you're gonna, you know, do something about it and prosecute him. Are you gonna make that girl write an apology letter as well if she doesn't have video documentation, Mr. Grady Judd? I'm just asking. We work with Chris Hansen as well because he understands the law and how to do this the proper way and not the vigilante way. Wow, man, you work with Chris Hansen.
I got something to say about that. Do it the proper way and not the vigilante way. What's the do it? Do what? Apprehend, identify, expose, and deliver child PREDs. What does it matter if you do it the proper way or the vigilante way? And why did there have to be vigilantes anyway? It's usually because the legal entities are thought to be inadequate.
Okay, you know what? I gotta just delete this video, delete my YouTube channel, because he works with the Chris Hansen. You know what? I'm gonna spoil the whole facade around Chris Hansen, right? Now, before I do that, I do want to give props on one thing. We wouldn't be doing what we do if it wasn't for Chris Hansen. You know, he pioneered all of this. But the thing that's different with Chris Hansen and us is Chris Hansen, he is a glorified Make-A-Wish kid. And what I mean by that is the police departments literally put in all the work. They get all of the evidence. They get all the guys set up and everything. And literally all Chris Hansen does is on the day of the shoot, he puts his makeup on, comes out and hits his catchphrase, "Why don't you have a seat for me?" Boom, bada boom, collects his check and go home. There is no operation that the
I wonder if that's true. I wonder how much real footwork Chris Hansen and his crew actually does, because it doesn't seem to me that the law enforcement agencies, I don't care if you're talking about a sheriff's department or a police department, are all that interested in putting an end to real crime. They're out there creating criminals of people who are really innocent victims. And what they really rely on is the low-hanging fruit of the people who break the corporate traffic laws, for example. They're not really out there stomping out or eradicating or even slowing down actual crime. They're really more about making criminals, creating a criminal class out of the innocent class so they can fleece a whole lot of people and fill the coffers of the state.
County Sheriff Office has ever done that would not have been successful if Chris Hansen hadn't been there. You cannot sit up here and lie to people like that. He is just there for the ride, for the publicity, for you guys, and for himself. Now, granted, he is doing a great thing, blasting these dudes all over, you know, national TV and everything. I'm not going to condemn him on that. But the fact that you guys are out here lying to the people saying that Chris Hansen knows how to follow the law when all he's doing is just tagging along with you guys is...
And besides, who cares? That's all irrelevant. What is relevant is that predators are being exposed. They're being dragged out into the light. Actually, they're not even being dragged out into the light. They're just kind of exposing themselves. And people like this and other predator poachers and predator exposers are creating a climate where they basically come out of the cracks and start feasting on these little kids, and then these guys come along and expose them and call the authorities, and hopefully the cops do the right thing when they show up, which typically a lot of times they don't do the right thing.
Literally like doing a freaking buddy cop ride. That's literally all they're doing. We're putting in all the legwork, so all the detective has to do is sit down for 3 hours max, watch the video footage, read the chat logs, boom bada boom, case closed. But you guys had this case all the way since October, beginning of October, yet we are in the month of November and Mr. James Siegel has not been criminally charged yet. Grady Judd, what do I have to do to get you guys to charge this man with talking to a child? Do I have to write an apology letter to him too? Is that what you want, Mr. Grady Judd? And you guys say that you guys only do it the proper way, not the vigilante way. But one of my good friends and someone that I work a lot with, Mr. Alex Rosen, he isn't a part of law enforcement, but yet he has an arrest in your guys' county. So make it.
And really, if you're a normal person, who cares what way you did it? You actually apprehended a sicko, perverted criminal and got him off the street. Who cares how you did it? Who cares if you break a law or don't work within the legal framework or you don't work with the local law enforcement or sheriff's department?
Makes sense. Why does he have an arrest in your guys' county? He's not in law enforcement, quote unquote, he's a vigilante, but you guys are gonna charge his cred, but you guys don't wanna charge mine. Well, make it make sense. Are you guys picking and choosing who you wanna charge when they're talking to kids? Guy literally admitted on scene that yes, that was him talking to that kid. But you still haven't put out a warrant for his arrest. You guys still haven't done any apology or address the elephant in the room of what your guys' officers are saying. But yet you can just drop a comment on my YouTube channel saying that I'm dropping inflammatory comments and inflammatory videos. Grady Judd, you are the biggest fraud I have ever come across. And sadly, I don't respect you as a man at all. And I don't think the people of Polk County should respect you either. I mean, obviously you don't care about your officers dropping the hard R. I mean, right after the officer Sergeant Knapp dropped the hard R, he got a promotion the next day. Oh, wait, my bad, that's the wrong photo. This one. And for legal reasons, that's a joke. So, Mr. Judd, because I'm not gonna call you sheriff, because a sheriff wouldn't act the way you are, I put the ball in your court. Since you love the camera, come onto my platform. We will do a live discussion addressing everything that you have against me and everything that I have against you. And the people can see for themselves. And if you think I'm so up and high and mighty and only doing this for views and everything, expose me for the fraud that I am live. This is gonna be the biggest platform you'll ever have. So if you're man enough, take the offer. And if you're also a real sheriff, prosecute this predator that is actively still in your community.
And that is the most important thing. You got Sheriff Grady Judd pretending like he's out there nabbing all these narco traffickers and criminals, and he won't do something about a guy who's actually committing a real crime and has admitted to it to one of his deputies.
And I'm not even say reprimand or do any disciplinary actions to Sergeant Knapp. Just address it. And if you don't address it, I would just have to assume that you're okay with it. I mean, you guys don't have body cameras, so seems about right.
So again, this is Sergeant Knapp from the Polk County Sheriff's Department, and this is Demarcus Cousins. I'll leave the link to his channel and the Polk County Sheriff's Office Facebook page in the description for you, so you can leave your thoughts if you so desire. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comments section below. I would say catching predators and putting them behind bars is one of the highest priorities in the land, but looks like the Polk County Sheriff's Office sees things differently. But then what can you expect from a thin blue line tyrant? If you like these videos, maybe you'll like some of my others, check out my most popular playlist. If you want to support the channel, you can do it for free. Just like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, and I'll see you in the next video.